You know that feeling, right? You wake up from this incredibly vivid dream. It felt more real than real life. But then, poof, it just dissolves like smoke. You try to grab onto the details, but they just slip right through your fingers. And we all just kind of write it off as random brain noise. But what if it's not? And hey, I was right there with you. I used to think my dreams were just mental clutter, the brain taking out the trash. But then I stumbled onto a framework that totally flipped my world upside down. It showed me that these nightly stories are actually direct messages from our deepest self, just packed with untapped potential. So let me just ask you this. What if your dreams are actually a coded map, a secret language from your subconscious, trying to guide you to some huge personal breakthrough? What if you could actually learn to read that map? Okay, let's dive in. We're going to start with this powerful idea for how to turn all that nightly noise into pure psychological gold. And this is the core of it all, dream alchemy. It's really just the art of taking that raw, sometimes totally bizarre, data from your dreams and transforming it into valuable, actionable insights you can use in your actual life. I mean, think about it. It's like a direct line to the wisest part of you. And here's the crucial point. This isn't some passive thing where you just look up symbols. Nope. Dream alchemy is an active tool. It makes you an explorer, using this map your subconscious gives you every single night to navigate your inner world and achieve some real self-realization. But of course, every explorer needs a good map. And lucky for us, we don't have to invent one. There's this ancient framework brought into modern psychology by the brilliant Carl Jung that gives us the perfect structure for this journey. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Jung figured out that the old alchemists weren't just trying to turn lead into physical gold. They were writing in code about something much deeper, a spiritual quest for wholeness. He even called it a Western yoga, a powerful, inward-focused practice for transforming the psyche. And this is the path laid out for us. Jung saw this whole journey happening in 4 key stages. First, you've got Nigredo, the blackening. This is where you bravely face your shadow, all your hidden stuff. Then comes Albedo, the whitening, where you start to get clear and purify your perspective. After that, Citrinitas, the yellowing, where you develop this really deep self-insight. And it all leads to Rubedo, the reddening or the gold, where you finally bring all those pieces together into a unified whole self. That's our roadmap. So we have our map. But to actually use it, we have to learn the language it's written in, this unique symbolic language that our subconscious speaks to us in every single night. See, dream language works on 2 levels. You've got these universal archetypes, the big, powerful symbols we all share, the ones that feel kind of otherworldly. But here's the key. Those archetypes are always filtered through your personal myth. Think of your personal myth as your own internal operating system. It's the unique story you tell yourself about who you are and where you're going. And that filter is what gives a universal symbol a specific meaning just for you. And on this journey, you're going to meet some recurring characters. You'll definitely run into the shadow. That's all the parts of you that you've hidden away. You'll meet the Anima or Animus, that inner feminine side in a man or the masculine side in a woman. And the whole point, the ultimate goal, is to connect with the self, the very core of who you are, the symbol of true wholeness. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get to the how. How do you actually do this stuff? This section is your personalized playbook, your first actionable steps on this path of dream alchemy. It's a pretty simple 4-step process. First, capture it. The second you wake up, write it all down. Don't censor anything. Second, decode. Start connecting the dots between the dream symbols and what's going on in your life right now. Third, transmute. Ask yourself, what's the real message here? What's the gold? And finally, and honestly this is the most important part, assimilate. Take one small, concrete action in the real world that honors the dream's message. That's the step that makes the transformation real. And because of this, you have got to throw out those generic dream dictionaries. Seriously, a snake in your dream doesn't mean what some book says it means. It means what a snake means to you in the context of your life. The real work here is building your own personal dictionary, a lexicon that's totally unique to your psyche. And when you start doing this consistently, the effects, well, they don't just stay in your journal. The transformation starts to spill out into every single corner of your waking life. It's about living the change. So what's the treasure at the end of this quest? Well, it's incredibly practical stuff. You can solve real-world problems because you can finally see the hidden mental blocks your subconscious is pointing to. You can heal old traumas. You can integrate those lost parts of yourself, make huge life decisions with way more confidence. And ultimately, you can achieve this deep, lasting sense of wholeness. And that's really the ultimate goal here. Dream alchemy isn't about becoming a master dream interpreter for fun. It's about systematically mining that gold from your inner world and using it to build a richer, more conscious, and more integrated life when you're awake. So tonight, when you go to sleep, just remember this. Your deepest self is getting a message ready just for you. It's written in a language you were literally born to understand. The only question is, are you ready to start decoding it?